my people. My name is Cyblade, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. We're picking right up where we left off last time, and tracking what's left of Zora Magdaros' trail to the Great Ravine, which opens up my personal favorite biome or area in the game, at least in terms of aesthetics, the Coral Highlands. Just absolutely beautiful locale. That's the word I was looking for. Not biome. But anyways. So yeah, we go through basically where we were on the Zora Magdaros Siege, that mountain cliff place, and pop up in a weird mix of a winter tundra and coral reef that's somehow not above or somehow not underwater. But you'll see that in a few minutes as soon as this loads. I really need to learn how to edit these videos and cut out the loading screens. So, how are you guys doing today? Everybody doing good? And what's your favorite locale in Monster Hunter World? Let me know down in the comments.
Great! We made it! Let's start by finding a way forward.
Yeah, good idea. I'll be right with you as soon as I can actually walk.
I think we can get through if we head this way.
Yep, everybody's hard at work just looking at a big crack in the ground. Hey friends, looks like we found a way through. Just look for the hole that thing made. Or at the hole that thing made, whatever. Yeah, well, again, what could we really expect? It's the size of a mountain. It's gonna make a pretty big trail wherever it goes. Yeah. Seriously, I really do feel like me and the handler are the only people actually working in this commission. Yeah, something about Elder Dragons. What have you said, handler? See, what is everyone else doing? Standing around looking at a hole. What are we doing?
Gotta be careful not to fall here.
Looking, seeing whatever's past the hole. Oh, thank goodness. She said, careful not to fall. What's the first thing I almost do? Fall.
Getting close.
Well, there's the little check marker, so yeah, I'd say we're close. Slow down. Whenever you get more than 5 feet away from me, trouble happens. Sorry about that. Coral Highlands, beautiful. I really wish there was a place like that in real life where you could go and see things like that, where you don't have to worry about, being underwater and drowning or sharks.
Come on, this way.
Stop drawing attention to yourself. See, now something knows you're there, and now it's coming to eat you. Seriously, I feel like I should either handcuff her to me or just leave her back at camp at all times. Oh, what? Oh, she does stay back at camp. It makes sense. Yep. Just not too long ago, beat up a T-Rex and a giant mountain dragon and held my own against another elder dragon for a little bit of time, but just fall a couple... Oh, and have jumped off pretty big mountain cliffs before, but nope. Just one little slip off of the highlands and out like a light. Consistency in video games, folks. And they brought us to the research base. Why this isn't in Astera, I have no clue. I guess the Third Fleet just doesn't like everybody else, so they set up their own place. Kinda hard to blame them, honestly. Oh, hello. You're awake. Do you remember your fall? Yeah, hard not to remember something like that. And I tend to make it a point to remember every time the handler screws up to lord it over her. A friend of ours found you napping in the Vale and carried you here. I wouldn't call that napping. We were unconscious. We probably have concussions. But more to the point, congratulations, you found the Third Fleet. I'm the leader, to the extent that still means something. Okay, cool. And this is our research base. Again, why isn't it in Astera? I mean, I get having probably multiple bases is a good thing, but, you know, what if we need messages sent really quick? Our fleet consists entirely of scholars. Oh. Maybe that's why you stay away from everybody, because all the hunters are at Astera, and they probably just think you guys are nerds and bully all the time. Which fleet are you with? The 5th. And how did you get here? What happened in the Great Ravine? Oh, well... What, does nobody tell you what's going on around here? Again, prime example, nobody is good at their job around here except me. And maybe the handler. Okay, so yeah, that's the story. We tried to capture a giant volcano, it didn't really work, and now there's a giant hole in the ground. So this Zora Magdaros was the latest Elder Dragon to make the crossing, and it breached the Great Ravine when you tried to capture it. I know, right? I told them it wasn't gonna work, but they didn't listen to me. Well, I suppose after all this time, we may get to finally do what we came here for. I must say, I'm stimulated. TMI, lady, I don't need to know what's going on with you in that area. Well then, let's not waste any time. We need to pick up Zora Magdaros' trail. Do we really have to? Seriously, it's doing its own thing. Can't we just leave it alone for now? Maybe if it becomes a problem later, which it does, spoiler alert, then we deal with it. But for now... Okay. But for now, let it just do its own thing. An expedition into the Coral Highlands might be fruitful. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, sure. For obvious reasons, this is what we call the surrounding area. No! Really? I wouldn't have guessed. A nice, thorough expedition should reveal the Highlands' secrets. It's a good idea, is it not? I mean, it's the pretty basic idea. I mean, what most people would think of. So yeah, I'd say I know it's a good idea. I came up with it. Oh, you're that kind of person. Again, I can see why Astera didn't want you around.
Doing a careful expedition into the Coral Highlands sounds like a good idea to me.
As long as you stay back at camp, yeah, I think it's a good idea. Because, seriously, I take you anywhere, nine times out of 10, I get hurt because of you. Shamos, they're telling us about, these are basically the equivalent of Jagras there. Paratoads, I'm pretty sure I covered them, like, in the first video I ever did. Pelico equipment, yada yada. Come on, the bar's full!
Oh yeah.
Seems a monster known as Titsuyaku is having these parts. Want to take a look? Again! Why can't I just leave these monsters to do their own thing? Alright. Caught a flying jellyfish. You'd think that'd be a bad idea to keep as a pet, but, oof. Ooh, I caught 3 of them already. Nice.
Ooh.
Follow the tracks. What else do I do around here, handler? I mean, seriously, I'm a hunter. That's my job. I see tracks, I follow where they go. It's just, you know, at this point it's like telling a garbage man, hey, pick up that garbage on the side of the road. Or something of the like, you know. I should have sighted it by now. There we go. So yeah, those are the Shamos, and yeah, they're the equivalent of Jagras, basically. And that's Titsuyaku. A walking flashbang, basically. I personally think it's pretty cool.
Whoa. Hey, partner.
I gotta do a little exploring. Again, handler, I feel like you're just telling me the most obvious things here, the things I already would think to do. Yeah, do some mining. Nice. Sweet. Seriously, what's the handler doing right now? I know I just barely said that I should always keep her away from me and out of danger at all times, so she should stay at the camp. But, you know, I'm looking around for, you know, important resources and dangers we should be aware of for in the future. What's she doing? She should be the one looking for the... She even went ahead and marked places, see? So why didn't she... We already have a camp set up here that everyone knows about. Oh.
I
There.
think we could build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos. Sounds like the research base has a new guest. Want to go back and check in? And maybe
Not
grab
really,
some
but
remains?
I'm guessing we have to anyway. Yeah, that was a tough quest, all just the never even drawing my sword once. I know I'm kind of all over the place saying certain things, like, obviously, like, I'm doing all the hard work and then making fun of, oh, yeah, it did nothing, but my hunter's wiping his head off. But seriously, like I said, we basically didn't do much of anything, and he's wiping sweat off like he's done a whole bunch of work. Even I wouldn't be sweating if I had to do all that stuff, and I am not active. It does not take me a lot to get sweating. So, I see you return empty-handed. A shame. Hey, you didn't tell me to go get anything, so screw you. And what do you keep pausing for like that every time you speak or start a new sentence? Anyway, you have a visitor. Hey!
Yo.
Field team leader, how's it going? My two favorite hard workers. You mean your only hard workers? Seriously, you rephrase that sentence right now. Hey, look who it is. My only two useful people. The third fleet master here tells me you went out on an expedition in the Coral Highlands searching for Zora Magdaros clues. Yeah, but nothing really turned out there. She also tells me that there's a rotten veil way, way down beneath us, which gives me an idea. I don't like it whenever anyone in your family has ideas. The commander wanted to capture Zora Magdaros. That was a bad idea. You both sent me out to kill a bunch of Jagras and Kestodon that never did anything, never caused a problem. If we want to be able to access the Veil, we need a means to get down there. So I propose that we resurrect the wrecked base. And how do you plan on doing that? As in rigging it with balloons to reconvert it into an airship. And the leader here is all for it. See, again, I don't like this idea. We're tying balloons to an old wrecked ship. You know, this isn't up. Oh yes, rig to your heart's content. From the air, we'll be able to survey the rotten veil unimpeded. Yeah, right now the screen should be tearing and John Cena's head should be popping out. Are you sure about that? And hopefully we'll be able to pick up Zora's trail. The airship engineer said he'll take care of the airship construction. All we need to do is deliver the goods. According to the scholars, materials from a monster called the Palumo are just the ticket. If you take care of the Palumo hunt, that'll free me up to go look for some secondary materials. Deal?
Oops.
Oh, and here, the old man said to give you this. It's a specialized tool made for using materials from the local monsters. They had a handful of biosamples kicking around in Astera, so they decided to put them to use. The old man said he hopes the new gear will help you out in the field. Okay, good. Put it to good use. Yeah, sure. They're giving me the glider mantle, which I personally almost never use, but... What do you got to say? Yada yada. Okay, it's basically the resource center I have in the old place. Of course. And now they're making me hunt one of the most beautiful monsters in the game. Paluma. Again, this is why I don't like any of their ideas. Because it ends up either with me getting hurt, or things I like having to get hurt. Like, again, the Paluma. It's some crap, isn't it, Draco? What do you got to say? No, we're not swapping the gadgets. I need you healing me. That's mostly what you're here for. You save me from potions. But the biggest the biggest problem this place has is there's no place to eat around here. What the heck? What, do scholars just not get hungry? I mean, maybe it's the hunting that makes us hunters have such giant appetites, but seriously, they still need some place to eat. Maybe they don't have to eat, or maybe they don't have a place to eat because they're worried that bullies will run in and start a food fight or something. Paluma feeds on eggs in the coral. We should check there first. Just caught those wrigglers, and it's nighttime, so there might even be a chance I see the wriggler queen. Nope, not seeing her. Nothing. Oh well. Back to hunting the Paluma. coming up on it right about here soon enough. Or, okay, maybe not right here, but... Alright. Oh no! I mean, I guess I should have seen that coming. I mean, that vine was a good ways away, and I just barely hopped for it, you know. That kind of jump needs a running start. Tarzan got nothing on me. Da 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 da. Ooh. Oh, ain't you just the cutest little... Ah, never mind. No, you're not. Kill it with fire. Oh! Ow! I was just about to say my kung fu is stronger than your kung fu. Turns out, no, it's not. Fear the power of chainsaws. Come on. Lose parts of you so I can... Ow! So I can make new clothes for my cat out of you. Ow! Whoa! Hold still. You're a giant balloon. You should be the slowest thing in the new world. Why are you so maneuverable? Ow! Maybe just one more for the road. Super abalone. Uh-oh! I didn't mean to do that. Just accidentally kicked a sleep toad. You don't want to be around when those go off, because then, well, as the name implies, put you to sleep, obviously. Okay. Alright, Palumo, round 2. Okay, Capcom and the Monster Hunter people, seriously, for the next game, no more flying wyverns, or, well, I mean, no new flying wyverns. I think we've already got more than the fair share, seriously. Out of the hundreds and hundreds of these monsters in these games, or I think there's at least 200 monsters by now, at least 40 of them are flying wyverns. So 40 out of 200, and again, that's me lowballing, so probably way more than that. That's just too many. Seriously, the games have always had some issues with variety, or I mean, the monsters are all very different, of course, but seriously, there could be many more types of monsters than there are. There's just entirely too many slots for cool monsters devoted to flying wyverns. Seriously, make more snake monsters like Ner'Jral, or more spider monsters like Nerscylla. Flying wyverns are cool and everything, but at the end of the day, they're just... Okay, where the heck am I going here? So yeah, at the end of the day, just entirely too many flying wyverns. That'd be like if Pokemon was only like 800. There's 800 something Pokemon now. That'd be like if 400 of them were like electric types or something. You know, it'd get old. You'd want to see something else besides just the electric type. Come on down here, you big baby. Jeez. They always act like we're gonna kill them or something. I'm only trying to capture you so that the research commission can skin you and make balloons out of you. You're already a balloon. They don't have to do that much work. I'm sure it's... sure it can't be that bad. Ugh. Nighty night.
Nice work, partner. Let's hurry back to the research base. I'm starving.
When aren't you starving? Seriously. I probably should have picked a better place than this. He's probably gonna drown like that. I'll let the record show I didn't kill him. Either the water did or the research commission. My hands are clean. choice abalone. That reminds me, for any Marvel fans out there, you know, who are fans of Luke Cage, who had his own Netflix show for a while, is, you know, he got his powers, the indestructible skin, by had his DNA messed with a CRISPR machine, gave him skin basically like an abalone shell, which is ridiculously strong. We're even starting to make military, you know, body armor out of, or we're trying to make military body armor out of abalone shells. So that just speaks to how crazy it is. Fun fact of the day. Master. Seriously, stop pausing before all of your sentences. If you're trying to seem cool and mysterious, you're really failing. You're really seeming more stoned than anything, and you're holding a pipe, so that's not helping your case. At last. And speaking in 2-3 word sentences, also not really making a good argument for you. The balloons have been rigged and the airship is ready. All thanks to you and the airship engineer. I feel like it's more all thanks to me because, I mean, I got the stuff the engineer needed to work with. He'd still be sitting there twiddling his thumbs without me. But seriously, I really feel like, again, I'm not trying to sound arrogant or like a jerk, make it seem like I'm doing all the work, but again, it's heavily implied I'm doing all the work. We've completed preparations on our side as well. We can depart whenever you're ready. However, I do have one thing worth mentioning. We never bothered with a test flight. That's not going to be a problem for you, is it? What? When you're ready, just say the word and we'll make our descent into the Rotten Vale.
Shouldn't you prepare before you head down to the Rotten Vale?
I know, right, Handler? Seriously, we are the only people here good at our jobs. Draco, we seriously need to figure out a way to get away from these people. Anything short of sneaking out in the middle of the night, I'm up for it. Whatever you got, buddy. You're the mastermind between us. Or the evil mastermind, anyways. Speak to the 3rd Fleet Manager. I thought I had to start an expedition again or something.
Now is the time.
Ready to descend into the Vale? Ready to try. First, we need to look for a place to touch down. Once we reach our destination, you may depart for the camp. That's back to the usual order of business. Finding Zorah Magdaros. Of course, seriously. Seriously, this must be why Zora's trying to stay underground or everything. He's trying to avoid us because we're basically stalking him. Seriously, guys, leave me alone. I want you to pay close attention. While you are down there, think long and hard. What is the Rotten Vale? How does it connect to the Coral Highlands? The Coral Highlands is on top of it. So, they're basically stacked on top of each other. That's how they're connected. Well, then off we go. Seriously, this place is full of researchers and they're asking me simple questions like this. Must not be too hard to be a researcher in this Monster Hunter world. So, let's see how badly we manage to screw this up. We're going into an unknown place with equipment we haven't even tested yet. Because this place is just full of people with great ideas. Come on, come on. I mean, that is cool.
Over there. What do you think?
Very well.
Oh. I could have sworn that the Legiana hunt came before this.
There. Heads up.
Ah, poor Tatesy.
Setting up camp. I know.
Handler, stop doing this. How about having your meal cooked for you?
Phew. When in doubt, burn them out.
Okay, the handler's an arsonist. I need a new partner.
Hey, partner.
Okay, so this, like I said, I was expecting, the Legiana thing to happen before this, so I wasn't expecting to continue from here, so we're leaving it off here. I'll pick up here next time, but for now we're done. So, Monster Hunter World, still amazing game. We're about at the 1/3 mark, I'd say, now. So, and then soon after that we'll be moving on to Iceborne finally, so I hope you guys are all looking forward to that. If you like this and want to see more, go ahead and slash that subscribe button. If you like this video, give a quick cut to the like button. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to share it around with all your friends. Follow me on Twitter or Facebook. And I'll see you in the next video. But until then, my people, stay sharp.